Okay, I'm late. Kinda, sorta. I forgot to pull my clips. So, while everybody's filing in, and hit the like button, I'm going to be pulling my clips down. Okay, so the next 2 to 3 minutes, I will be getting my clips. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody had a good day, a productive day. A lot of y'all went back to sinning after Easter Sunday. Bars, son. I'm having a pretty good day myself. Did a lot of yard work. Holy cow. Yeah, I was being a productive husband, taking care of the household chores outside. And it was hot. And I stink. I smell it. I kind of smell like outside, but then I don't. And I still have to go to the gym. Yeah. That's why my face is looking kind of greasy right now. Because I'm too cheap to turn on the AC. Right? I'm one of those, I'm that guy. I'm too cheap to turn on the AC. But like, hell no. PG&E bill is too high. I'm that guy. She's gonna be like, babe, you didn't cut on the AC. We can't afford to run the AC. We can't afford to run the AC. It's not even summer. No AC. No AC for you. What is this, April? Yeah, it's too early. Listen, we're not running AC until June. All right? You're gonna have to suck it up. All right, treat it like a sauna. Yeah. Treat it like a sauna. Let the heat help you burn the calories off. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? Yeah. Well, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. So I got a few more clips to pull. I will address everybody in the chat. Do I have any story times for y'all? No. I'm sitting here waiting for UPS to drop off a gift to myself. I bought myself a watch. Now, it's kind of funny with the whole China tariff thing. So, I bought a Seiko mod. Now, if you're into the watch community, Seiko mods are pretty popular. So what Seiko does, they take it's like Frankenstein watches. It's these Franken builds. And Seiko will take all these parts from different watchmakers and put it together. So the one that I ordered has a Japanese movement, which is used in a lot of micro brands. And if you don't know what a micro brand watch is, micro brand watches are like little niche watches. They're not really crazy popular, but it's like one of those you gotta know. You know, if you know, you know, right? So I have a Japanese movement, 21 jewels, and then they take the dial from a Rolex Submariner, and then they take the dial and the bezel. So it's like a Rolex. It is okay. Once again, everybody knows about this. I'm not saying anything that they don't know about. So what Seiko tends to do, they take a bit, though it's not a clone, but they actually take parts from Rolex. Don't ask me how they do it. I don't want to know how they do it. But so the one that I built out, it has the Submariner dial, bezel, Japanese movement, and then some like low grade diamonds factory set into the bezel itself. It's like the best way I can describe like the Seiko mods is like, remember Miami Vice, that 365 Daytona that Crockett drove? It wasn't a real Ferrari at first. It was a Daytona shell, and it had like an LS engine in it, right? Outside Ferrari, inside Chevy. It's one of those types of things. So my watch build is inside Seiko, outside Rolex. It was like $800. And these watches, these Seiko mods are really, really popular. So what they'll do is, if you're into different brands like AP, Patek, Rolex, you name a brand, and then they somehow get the actual parts from the big dogs and just kind of piece it together like this little Frankenstein. They call Frankenstein watches, or Franken builds. And I'm waiting for it to, a little gift to myself. Now I'm still gonna get the Panerai Blue Luminor. Like, that's my next big dog watch. But right now, this is something that just kind of keep me, to keep me on the porch. So I gotta listen intently for UPS, because I'm not trying to miss this package, right? And then I think the stone settings, 7 carats all together, with all the little diamonds they put in it. It's just something to keep me cool until I get to the Panerai. Anywho, I'm so sorry this is taking longer. I got a lot of clips, and they're shit. It's a lot, but I gotta pull them so we can go over them and dissect them together. Some serious, some funny. I'm not gonna go into the Trump thing, because listen, at this point, how does your fascism taste? You always wonder, what was it like living under a dictator? Now you know. Okay? So I'm gonna kind of just walk to the side with the politics. At this point, nobody's gonna bust a grape. Supreme Court says, hey, you gotta bow down. Trump says no. So now what happens, right? We're at a point where you have an acting president that is not listening and following the instructions of the goddamn Supreme Court. This is where we're at in life, y'all. Okay? What else? What more needs to be said at this point? Okay? You got half of MAGA saying we made a mistake. The other half is like, well, give them more time to let's see how it plays out. American people are finished. American people are finished, okay? The last thing they have to do to break the people is take the guns away. Okay? That's the last hurdle, is to remove the guns. And then, America's ripe for the picking. And then I'm hearing Trump's advisors are like advising Trump to leave Iran alone. I've been saying that. I said Iran is not Kuwait. Iran is not Afghanistan. Okay? Iran does not give one goddamn bit about what the U.S. arsenal. No one's scared of the U.S. anymore. This ain't 1960s America. Okay? It's not the 60s. Not your grandfather's America. Your great-great-grandfather's America. No. Okay? Ain't nobody scared of the U.S. like that. Alright. What else? Oh, story time. Okay, no order to watch. I'm trying to think about another story time for you guys. These clips, golden. These clips are golden. So I got a week's worth of stuff to make up for, but it's gonna be worth it. I assure you, it's gonna be worth it. Oh! I did a nice thing the other day, right? I went to the ATM to pull out some money, which I never do. Don't know why. Something told me, hey, go to the ATM and pull out a couple hundred. All right, so I go to the ATM, pull out a couple hundred, and then there's always this young lady and her daughter selling strawberries at the ATM, right? Like she's there every day like clockwork, 12 hours a day. These 4 crates of strawberries that nobody buys, and it's hot, and she's got a little kid with her. So I go to the ATM and I give my money, and I don't know, some just said, man, just go ahead and break her off. I gave her 10 spot, and she's like, no betties? I said, nah, I'm good. Oh, she's like, oh my God, thank you. I said, yeah, just, it's cool. Cause I always, every time I do go to the ATM for whatever, I always see her there, and she's always got the fruits, and I never see anybody buying. And I felt bad, like, and then, you know, you got the kid with you. I'm just like, this ain't no way to be, you know? And, I felt bad. So I was just like, man, just take the money. Just, I don't want the berries. Maybe I should have taken the berries. I don't know. But, you know, I you know, you watch the movies and the girl comes back and the husband's like, you didn't make any money? and he knocks her across the room. I didn't want that for her. I didn't want her to go back to the house with an armful of berries and no money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that for her. You know, so that was my good deed for the year. I did my good deed for the year. I know they're Latino. I shouldn't be helping them out. I get it. Black B1 only. I know. But I see her all the time down there. I was just like, I can't. So, yeah, man. That's what I did. I'm almost done, y'all. Y'all be like, this Sly doing? He's not paying us no attention. No, I'm getting these clips together. Like, I literally have to download them all from my email and then put them onto the desktop so we can have something to converse about. And it's a lot. I was just going through, you know, social media, just ripping stuff like, oh, that looks interesting, and that looks interesting. Oh, can't miss that one because that looks interesting. You know, like at the very least, let me entertain y'all if I don't educate or inform you. You know, because I keep hearing these discussions about what is good content. I'm like, that's such a subjective term. Everyone thinks their content is A1, the bee's knees, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I know what I want to watch. Me personally, I don't want, like, if you're going to sit there and run your mouth for 3 hours, give me something else to look at. But that's how I like to watch content. Like, I don't want to sit here and look at you and listen to you for God knows how many hours. Like, break it up, give me something, you know, I don't know. That's just me, though. That's just me. Don't do what I do. Where's Edmund at? Edmund Carter, if you in the building, I owe you an apology. I be looking for him. I can never find his ass. I'm not even looking at chat. I'm still in my email, just pulling the clips. I got caught up on all my shows. Oh. Who's watching Power? Or Kanan? Who's up to speed on Kanan? I have a question. Who killed Famous? I think Marvin killed Famous. Who is up to speed on Kanan season 3? I think Rocky had Marvin kill Famous. I want to know what you guys think. Am I wrong? Because every time I go back to watch that scene with the gun, it looks like Marvin's 9mm Beretta, and then I think I see a ring finger, right? The two finger ring that he's always wearing on the right hand. I'm like, that's Marvin. Yeah, I think Rocky had Marvin kill Famous. Yeah. I mean, help me out. And then, so I'm thinking, you know, I think either Marvin gets killed this season or Lou gets killed. And I don't think Rocky gets killed until like the series finale, right? Because I think they're going to greenlight it for another season. But I think Marvin is not going to make it out this season, y'all. I could be wrong. What say you guys? I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. It's a lot of fucking clips, but there's a point I want to make with all these clips. Yeah, I don't think Marvin's going to make it out this season. Marvin is my favorite character. It was Lou, but until Lou got on the alcohol, I was like, come on, y'all wasting this character. I get it, adversity and, range and all that stuff and complexities. I get all that, but Lou was my favorite in the beginning. Now it's Marvin. Now I'm just like, Marvin's the guy, and I don't want Marvin to get killed. And I try to go back to those old Power episodes when Kanan was talking about his family dynamic, what happened to his family, his uncles, and they really, really never clarified what happened to his uncles and his mom, right? And shout out to Rocky for putting her mama down with the morphine, because the boys wasn't gonna do it. Rocky was the strong one to do it, right? Yeah, shout out to Rocky. That's a tough bitch. And then Unique. I don't like what they're doing with Unique's character. Unique, I'm going to assume for writing purposes, the head wound is causing him to act highly irrationally, like he has CTE and he's not thinking straight and he's always angry. Because this version of Unique post-injury, I don't like this version of Unique. I like Unique pre-injury. He was calculated, smooth and suave and shit, never overreacted. He's still a killer, but he was just chill with the shit. Now I love his wardrobe. I ain't gonna front. That anchor chain he had on, I don't care for the Nefertiti head, but that boat anchor chain, I was like, that's some fly shit. That's a tough chain right there, buddy. Yeah, that boat anchor, that goes super hard. And then he had the what color was like the orange and black, like the tiger spotted fur coat. Oh, that was a beautiful jacket. His whole wardrobe is on point. Yo, that outfit, if I could do that for Halloween, I'm straight with the anchor chain. That was, shout out to the wardrobe stylist on that one. That was a hard outfit. Super hard. Okay, I got 3 more emails and then we're gonna get started, y'all. I thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for being patient and let me run my mouth about nothing. I'm still trying to listen for a knock at the door. So if I have to get up and run, you know why. Anywho, okay, last three. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, and then a couple YouTube channels that we need to watch. I don't care about the Anton Daniels. Okay. Let's do that. Boom. All right. All right, let me get back in these comments. All right, I'm ready now. I'm ready to give y'all's my attention. I'm ready to give y'all's my attention. Shout out to everybody. Cream, as always. Once again, thank you for the generous donation from yesterday. What do you mean leave Edwina alone? Listen, all I'm asking for is, donation support to help the meetup. That's all. Cynical One was happening. RC was happening. My young bull Chris was happening. All right, what's that? High Chief, indeed. Long Beach Joe was happening. All right, Sir Grizzle. Okay. Saw Sinners. It was okay. I feel like Kugler borrowed from Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, I hate that he said it was an inspiration, because now that's all you people can see. I'm just saying this. It's a more serious From Dusk Till Dawn. That's how I saw it. It was a more serious version. And yes, I'm ready. We just gotta come up with a day and time. Third Ward's in the building as always. Third War. Listen, I was in Third War, bruh. I was riding clean. I was in Third War. I was in Third War. Okay, I got an iWatch and a Movado. Okay. I'm getting caught up on the comments. I'm getting caught up. I'm almost there. Hey, girl. What's happening? Okay, wow, Bob. All right, thank you, Bob, for the 5 on the chat. Your genes are strong, dude. Your child is the carbon copy of you face-wise. That crazy. No need of DNA test. I get that a lot. She has her mother's chin. She has a clip in her chin, and clearly her mother's height. So, yeah, strawberry. She's like, no berries? I was like, nah, I'm good. Nah, you just take that. And, yeah. That's it, man. Listen, that's my good deed for the year. Like, I do a good deed once a year, and I'm out. That's it. Okay? Yeah, okay. They are... That... And, yeah, and then when Kanan drives by and she sees his mother pay off the cops, now he thinks Rocky paid the cops to kill Famous. I'm like, you're an idiot. But no, I think Marvin did it. You think the kid's brother Famous was rapping about got him? Lou was in rehab. Yeah, Marvin did not. Okay. The fact that they said they tortured him for a while to get information out of him. So then if it's not Marvin, only reason I say Marvin, if y'all go back and rewatch that scene, the silhouette, Black 9, and you see a ring finger. I was like, that's Marvin. That's Marvin, right? Yeah, Unique is all over. Yeah, I don't like, and then, yeah, acting crazy with his woman, and she's like, I'm with you. I'm like, oh my Lord. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, listen, 90s drug dealer fashion on point. Rock did. Oh, you know what? It just goes to show how strong Rocky is. I think the mother was disappointed in her sons to not get the job done, but I think the mother always knew that if push comes to shove, Rocky would be the one. You know what I'm saying? I think she knew Rocky would be the one. Don't let nothing. Oh, here y'all go. Vampire UPS driver. I have not covered it. Okay. You got to choose one rap group, UGK or 8-Ball and MJG. I'm going 8-Ball MJG. 8-Ball MJG. Listen, MJG by himself is a better lyricist than everybody. MJG by himself is a better lyricist than everybody it mentioned. Listen, I like Pimp C, but what was the name of that Sweet James album? It was trash. Unpopular opinion. That Pimp C album was trash. The beats were trash. What? Are you serious? I ain't did it. Everybody too scared to say it. I'll say it. That shit was boo boo. Yeah, Sweet James Stories. I know, sir. No, sir. That shit was boo boo. That shit was. Oh shit! Hold on. Be back. sorry, my bad. My watch came. All right, so we'll talk together as I unbox this thing. Yeah, 8-Ball MJG, you going UGK? I figured because it's a Texas thing. I get it. I get it. Okay. You're right. But for me, listen, the first album for me was Coming Out Hard. The Shaka Khan sample, Coming Out Hard. The lead record for that album. 8-Ball MJG. I came across them first before UGK. Okay, Tools. Oh, I'm so excited. I love getting new stuff, especially. Oh, let's see. Okay, wrist modding. Okay, a nice little watch case. Oh, that's nice. Wait. How does it? Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, wait. How do we? Okay, wait, give me a minute because I'm trying to figure out how to get it out the damn thing. Oh, there we go. Duh. It snaps off. So I can keep this for my watches, right? If I do it like when I travel, I want to bring more than one watch. Oh, it's got the protector case over it. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's take out the Breitling. This was my daily driver. Listen, I love this watch. Breitling Blackbird Avenger, but it can't keep time for shite. I love this watch. Do you understand me? Like, this is my daily driver, but if I don't wind this thing after 3 days, it loses time. And even when I'm on time, winding it, it loses time. I need to get a service. I think that's what it is. But I love this watch. Okay, this is like my everyday. Like, if I bang this thing on the edge of a door frame, I'm okay. I don't trip. I don't be like, like when I bang my Omega, oh my God, my heart drops. I bang this, I will hit you in the head with this one and be like, okay, no big deal. Okay, let's see how this one fits. Let's see. Oh, it's a little loose. So I'm gonna have to adjust the strap a hair bit. So I got that much slack in it. But other than that, okay. I will definitely have to adjust the bracelet on this thing. I'll do that when I get off. Okay. I like the little cover case on it. That's cool. Okay. 38 millimeters, right? 38 millimeters. Factory diamonds. Rolex bezel. Rolex Submariner dial. Submariner dial, Submariner bezel. And it's built in Hong Kong for $800. For $800, it's what we call a Franken watch. Okay, it's a Seiko mod. So there's a bunch of companies that do these types of watches that will, like I said, will somehow acquire parts from the big dogs and build it to a certain specification that you order. And yeah, this is gonna be my new daily driver. 907 steel, right? If I remember it correctly. All right, I'll play with this later. But I like it. It's gonna be my new daily driver. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, but Diddy said they didn't want to show up for shows, and Diddy's argument was they didn't want to do what they were supposed to do as artists. They didn't want to show up for shows. They didn't want to do promo. None of that shit. So, do you believe A-Ball MJG or do you believe Diddy? You understand? So, they had the wave. They had the momentum. They had a hot record. The record was in the clubs and in the streets, and it just fizzled out for whatever reason. You know? Okay. Let's get to it. First clip. Where do we go? So there's so much here. You know what? Gene Hackman and his wife were literally in disarray.
Yeah. Right here. He's guarding her.
The dog?
Yeah. AC went up to him. He seems pretty friendly, but
look, I want y'all to focus on their house. The house is completely in disarray. Complete disarray.
Another 10-7 dog around the corner in the kennel.
That's really weird. When's the last time you heard from her?
2.5 weeks ago.
Is he gonna do anything?
AC went in there.
You see the one dog, right? Look at they're living like hoarders. Now, even though they're both basically at the end of their life cycles, you know what I'm saying? She was his caretaker. Gene Hackman was 90 years old, pretty much at the end of his rope. She was his kid. That's the only thing that worries me with older couples, especially if one is actively taking care of the other. What happens if the active caretaker goes down? You know? So Gene basically was living by himself for a week while his wife was dead in the bathroom. This is horrible.
You want me to go in first?
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Hey, buddy.
I guess Kanan's gonna come down as well.
Okay, that's the one body. Jesus. wait. American Negro, you gotta get it to sweet, bro. You gotta get it to sweet, man. If it ain't sweeping, you call it a Bolex. Let's go. This is horrible.
Huh.
So that's got to be his wife, because this is the bathroom. This place is in complete disarray.
Let's open a couple windows if we can, just in case. Hey, Baba.
Wow, this is horrific.
Another dog?
Yeah, he's running around.
Where's he?
He's actually, I don't know how to get there through here. If we walk back outside, there's another door.
So he's in the...
That is oh, that's horrible, man. I hate that for them. You know, I hate that for them. Okay, let's keep it going.
Bill Cosby was in Greaterford and SCI Phoenix, and he signed his name to his paperwork, Dr. Cliff Huxtable,
Why?
because that was his name on the Cosby Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh. And so he was just fucking with them?
yeah. I didn't know he was that tall though. He's about like 6'3", 6'4", and all. But
So that means he was actually closer to 6'5" at his peak. But you know, when you get older, you get shorter. So if he's already 6'3" in his 70s, 80s, that man was easily close to 6'4", 6'5" in his prime. Okay, like Danny Glover. Danny Glover's 6'6". Now he's probably down to 6'2", 6'3". Same thing. Okay, let's go.
was taken care of because he grew up in the projects.
But even though his charges were, technically a looked down upon offense in prison.
They didn't believe that.
Oh, the people just didn't believe it?
No.
Okay. They thought it was a little ridiculous? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they didn't believe any of that.
So he was treated well in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He had people taking care of him.
Wow.
And all. So he he would always get towards the end, he was getting wheelchaired around when he would come to the mess hall and everything. But they said he got hit in the head with a hot dog, which wasn't true.
Oh, yeah, there was something that happened that was in the news.
Yeah, he didn't get hit in the head. He did slip and fall when pudding was getting served, though. Honest to God. And all I thought about was pudding pops, because he was the big guy with pudding pops back in the 80s.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So what happened? He slipped on pudding, or he just slipped on something?
He just slipped while getting the pudding. But
what would he do all day? Just like play games, or?
He just sat in his cell. People would just wait on him hand and foot. People, I mean, I'm sure he was paying them, you know. He never had his wife or kids ever visit him, though. The only guy who visited him was that lawyer guy with the glasses, and that was it.
What was the vibe around the prison when he got released unexpectedly?
I was already gone when he got released, so.
Did you hear from any of your friends or anything?
Nah. I know the day he was coming, there was cameras everywhere at Graterford, everywhere at the entrances and all. They were just like camped out. So when you were leaving, they were still camped out. They didn't know what day he was coming or like what time he was coming and all. But yeah, he was like a celebrity. I mean, they had him on the easy block though. When he first got to Graterford, they had him on like the medical wing. And with his diet, it was just he wanted a pinch of salt, so he had a diet.
The low salt diet, or?
Yeah, but had to be like 3 little grains of salt on his food.
That's funny.
And all, because they cater to that.
Okay. Y'all don't mind me. I'm gonna be playing with readjusting this bracelet. Okay, what is this? Let me see what this is. Oh, you know what? Hey, since we're talking about Houston, if this spreads, this new initiative spreads to other schools in other states, this could be catastrophic for the education. This is how you lose people. Okay, so what's going to happen is you may have a shift where only the rich or the affluent can afford the teachers to teach their kids. This is not a good idea. Here we go.
The school board approved a new teacher excellence system last month. This would go hand in hand with that. HISD would compensate teachers not based on tenure, but on performance. State-appointed Superintendent Mike Miles made the announcement today, along with Sandy Massey, the HISD Chief of Schools. Under this pay-for-performance plan, those evaluated as the best will make at least $92,000 a year. On the low end of this scale,
you cannot pay teachers based on the students' academic performances. That's insane. That is that's failure. There's no way. This is crazy. Yeah, haves and have-nots. This is an insane idea.
Unsatisfactory teachers, if not fired, would make $64,000 a year. The district says this will help recruit, retain, and reward the best teachers.
That is a horrible idea. You're going to lose so many teachers to charter schools, private schools. No one's going to come to the public schools. This is a horrible idea. Horrible. All right, let's keep it going. Where's it at? Okay, let's go.
Within 2 days, we flew to Miami. We shot More Than a Woman, and then we flew from Miami to the Bahamas to shoot Rock the Boat.
Wow.
So that's kind of how that. So yeah, even though More Than a Woman, I can't remember which one got released first, but we shot both of the videos back to back with Hype.
I think Rock the Boat was released first, because I think after.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Even though we shot that one after.
Both records
and
fire.
Flying to the Bahamas, we said all of this for an 8 count. Like the planes felt sketchy because they were tiny, smaller planes,
Wait,
and
so tee this up. So this is going to the Bahamas.
This is going
You're
to
already
film
feeling a certain way. You're already feeling a certain way about the aircraft.
Walking on the tarmac to these small planes to get us to Bahamas. Something just was just like, and I'm fearless when it comes to flying. I'm not one of those, I'm nervous to fly. So I definitely felt away because the plane just was like, oh, this is a tiny, tiny plane. We're going, where? Here we go.
Your little antennas went up.
But I said my prayers. I think I had like a stuffed animal with me, like a good luck charm. And we got there with no problem. So it was great. And we were just happy to be down like that. Okay.
Wow. So what do y'all think about that?
Okay.
Then 2 days.
Do you care? I don't care. I mean, I'm over it at this point. They did what they did. What are you gonna do? 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 This over. Okay. Where's the one clip I'm looking for? Hold up. Where's this one? Let's go over this one. The young man, Kyron Lacey, that ended his own life because the pressures of social media, I guess. Let's go.
April 12, 2025 at approximately 11:15 p.m. Deputies with the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office responded to a weapons disturbance call in 9300 block of FM 1960. The reporting in the case stated that our family member, later identified by her as 24-year-old Kyron Lacey, was involved in a verbal argument with her and had discharged a firearm into the ground. When the first Precinct 4 unit arrived on scene and began receiving information, they learned the suspect had fled the scene, and a description of the vehicle Lacey was driving was broadcast by radio at approximately 11:35 p.m. Precinct 4 Constable's Office unit spotted Lacey and attempted to make a traffic stop on the vehicle. Lacey then fled, and a vehicle pursuit took place spanning several miles, and the suspect vehicle crashed. And then pursuing Precinct 4 units, upon attempting to take Lacey into custody and remove him from the vehicle, discovered he had suffered what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Later, Lacey was pronounced deceased at the scene by EMS personnel.
This is undoubtedly the worst case I've ever come across in my legal career. Nothing has pissed me off more than this case from day one. This one never even got past a grand jury yet, and they crucified this kid.
Yeah.
And when I mean crucified in a manner I cannot describe. The media, the same media, you know how upset he was? Every mugshot that was placed on there, you couldn't give him the courtesy of the 5,000 other pictures he had. You put him in a jumpsuit as if he was a thug and if he was this awful kid. The whole thing is wrong. And we were just about to show the world. We got to where we needed to be by the skin of our teeth, at least I thought. And I get a call at 11:58 at night. And I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah. Too many things you find out after the fact that go, that's interesting. That was ignored. Or that's what your expert says. Well, how about what this investigation says? You watched an accident. Let's be very clear. You were so close. You didn't get in a collision with the vehicles in front of him. Mr. Herman was in front of him, his vehicle, at the time that this happened. He watched the accident happen. The second car in oncoming traffic, whatever they were doing, goes into the other lane. And Kyron was charged with negligent homicide. The initial reports that he fled a scene, he did this, he did that. You know how many people see wrecks every day and don't stop? That doesn't mean you don't care about the person, if they were injured, how they were injured.
Right.
There's certain things I will not divulge, but I can promise you this is not over and I'm not stopping.
Okay. That was his attorney. I wish he'd have just wrote it out and just waited, for his day in court. Easier said than done, of course, Let's see what else we got. Oh, you know what? Let's go, since we're talking about China and tariffs and stuff. Here we go.
Me personally, I just feel like they should be shut down.
It's the photograph everyone is talking about, including this eyewitness who works nearby and did not want to be identified.
If you felt like it was okay to do that, then you shouldn't run a restaurant.
The picture shows a restaurant employee cutting meat on the ground by the back door of the new China on New Hope Road in Lawrenceville.
I don't know why he do that. We confused too. You see, my door is always closed. And when that day is he off day. I don't know why he come in my store.
Management said the employee was preparing meat for his own consumption and has since been fired. But according to the eyewitness, there are other issues.
I saw them actually take food, expired food, that's coming from the restaurant next to them, and take it inside of their restaurant.
Our camera even spotted employees preparing food in the kitchen without gloves. Another violation.
I was kind of stunned that someone would think that's acceptable.
Joseph Sternberg is the director of environmental health in Gwinnett County. He said restaurant employees in Georgia are not required to have a food handler license like they are in other states. It's a policy he'd like to see implemented here in Georgia.
It would address some cultural issues, so people would at least understand what the bare minimum requirements are to work in a restaurant. What is considered acceptable food handling practices, what isn't.
I feel like something should be done about it, you know, because it makes you think. I mean, I eat out a lot, so I mean, I think just with this going on, I think I'm a second guess.
Gotta start cooking at home. Gotta get your woman start cooking at home. That's why we no longer go to Chinese spots, because they serve you the cuts of meat we've never seen in the grocery store before, right? Okay, let's keep it going. We got more nonsense. This is crazy. This is a crazy story right here.
Use my body for 6 years for your own sexual gratification.
The 27-year-old was sentenced to 85 years in prison for SA multiple female high school students while posing as a 17-year-old. Zachary Scheich disguised himself as a 17-year-old boy and attended 2 different high schools in Lincoln for a total of 54 days. He used fake documents including birth certificates, immunization records, school reports, and medical records to get admitted to the school. With his height of 164 centimeters and social media targeting, he lured female high school students to become their boyfriends and have SA with them. In June, after a parent found out about the incident and contacted the school district, authorities immediately launched an investigation into Scheich. Authorities said Scheich created fake documents posing as a 17-year-old student and admitted to having inappropriate relationships with multiple female students. Scheich also asked a 23-year-old woman, Angela Navarro, to pose as his mother to help him get into the school, police said, but she pleaded not guilty to the imposter charge and was released on bail. Scheich was sentenced to 85 to 120 years in prison. Do you think the school was responsible for that?
Shit. I mean, he had the documents. I don't know. I don't know what more could that school have done. I don't know, y'all. Look. Check his teeth. I don't know. I don't know. What more could they have done? Okay. I don't know. What more could have been done. Okay, what is this? Nope, say that. Okay, what is this? Say that. What is this? Oh, okay. Where's part 1 at? Okay, I don't care about the Chinese goods. Don't care about that. Okay, where's this? Okay, let's go. Let's do this first. Okay, wait. Let's go.
Surviving out here in love.
Yeah, dating in Atlanta, surviving Atlanta.
What's going on?
My last relationship, it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
I found out he was gay.
Oh! How you find out?
I was at work.
Okay.
And a group of people were talking about some girl's new boo. And one of the dudes at the table was just like, little do she know, I'm him too. And then she threw the receipt out on the table, and it's my I said, oh.
No, you a whole co-worker.
Everybody.
And this was your boyfriend?
This was my boyfriend. We were in a committed relationship. We were living together.
Oh. And so it was only one man, though, that he was talking?
No. Come to find out, if he was on Grindr, because I heard the notification go off one night. And I didn't even know what it was, because, like, I'm not on Grindr, but I was watching the movie, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I know that ain't.
What did his bio say? Top or bottom? Do you know?
Okay, wait. Let's see what does he say? What does he say?
He do the bending.
I do that.
He's a top.
Me? I'm a bi girl.
Period.
So, and he knew that. And we were having threesomes and everything together, so I was just like...
Savannah, slow down.
it's not that you can't disclose to me. Like, we cool, but
Y'all was having threesomes together?
yeah, until I found out that he was having sex with one of his homeboys.
You're a victim.
The hopeless romantic society.
What? I don't know. That's kind of weird. God damn it. I can't get this. Okay, I'm so focused on this damn adjusting this band. Hey, move this to trash. What is this? Nope, I don't care about that. Oh, yo, let me find the one with the swinger lady. Let me find that one. Do we care about fake goods at this point? I mean, let me see. What is this? Do we care?
There's nothing a Chinese factory can't make. Brooks Brothers, a premium shirt brand from the States, actually produce most of their products all in China. One of their largest suppliers is actually based in Guangdong in China. Interesting, the scale of the factories in this region specifically, they're not massive, but all of them are willing to invest heavily in research and development. For example, the world's first long-stable cotton gene sequencing product was completed here. Factories from this region are beloved by those world top brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Lacoste, Hugo Boss. Recent years, with the rise of emerging manufacturing countries like Vietnam and India, many might think that Guangdong's shirt industry might get impacted. But that's not the case, at least for now, because Guangdong's niche market is only for those middle to high-end markets like Europe and America. With its technological advantages, it will remain as a significant barrier. Alright guys, that's enough for today. If you're interested in more about manufacturer factories behind those big brands, leave your message in the comment section.
Do we care at this point? I don't care at this point. Like, it is what it is. I'm over it. No one's gonna change. It's not gonna change anything. Like, people are gonna still spend the money for the label, right? For the brand. I'm over it at this point. You know, if it's a big deal for you, then, you know. Okay, Southwest, no more free check-in. No more check bags or free bags, whatever. Let's go.
You can blame a billionaire for taking away free checked bags on Southwest. This is Paul Singer. Paul Singer is worth $6.2 billion. He is 80 years old. He has certainly not flown on a public airplane in the 21st century, much less ever had to be concerned about checked bag fees. Paul Singer is the founder of Elliott Management, a hedge fund worth $69 billion. Last June, Elliott Management bought a $2 billion stake in Southwest, 11% of the company. Elliott Management has been pressuring Southwest to raise revenue. Since the investment, Southwest has announced it will end its open seat boarding process, charge for seats with more legroom, start advertising a no changes basic economy ticket, add expiration dates to flight credits, and now charge for checked bags. The change is expected to bring in hundreds of millions of dollars. In fact, as soon as the news was announced, Southwest's shares rose 9%. The company also had its first ever mass layoff last month. 15% of corporate jobs were cut. Southwest has almost never experienced an annual loss. This news felt like a huge betrayal during a period of maximum squeeze by other airline companies. U.S. Airlines made over $7 billion from checked bag fees in 2023. They made $1 billion in ticket change and cancellation fees.
Y'all laugh at me because I like to drive, but have at it.
Airlines made $12 billion from seat fares between 2018 and 2023. The kicker? All of these services used to be covered by the cost of an airline ticket. In the case of Southwest, we know they have the capacity to store all of our checked bags. The undercarriages of their planes didn't suddenly shrink. Consumers have announced their departure from the airline all over social media, but for some, there is no other choice. Nope. Southwest has a 73% share in BWI, 83% in the Oakland International Airport, and 89% in the Long Beach Airport. Because of corporate consolidation, airline companies can do massively unpopular things like this and be totally fine. In fact, Southwest is going to be more than fine because we, the consumer, have no other choice.
Ouch. You have a choice. You can drive. That's what I do. Listen, you got to live hella far for me to get on the plane at this point. Like, It's got to be like a life or death situation. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, this is the audio call of Tyreek Hill. This guy's done. He's cooked. A fool in his money.
You're not going to do this. You don't push me. You push me in my video. Yes, you did. It's crazy. And I don't care. Stop saying. I don't care. Now they're blaming me for calling the police. They might
It's okay.
try to beat me up.
You did right. You did it.
So he's like trying to calm it down because he knows he'll yell at you and he's going to lose his career over this. I mean,
Never.
Where are y'all?
Wait.
Girl, I'm
You know
so
how you
scared.
avoid all this? Never move in your mother-in-law. Don't have your mother-in-law live with you. And you won't have these types of problems. Maya Angelou. More black history being scrubbed under this administration. I know.
The U.S. Naval Academy has now removed 381 books from its library at the direction of the Pentagon as part of the Trump administration's DEI purge. We're not talking about books being taught in classes at the Naval Academy. These are hundreds of books that were just on library shelves available if a midshipman wanted to read them. One book banned, Memorializing the Holocaust, looks at how women victims of the Holocaust are portrayed in memorials. Another book the Naval Academy doesn't want midshipmen reading, Maya Angelou's landmark memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, that detailed her own trauma and suffering in the hands of racism growing up in the U.S. Now, Maya Angelou was hailed by Americans across the political spectrum as a national treasure when she died in 2014. Former President George W. Bush, a Republican, said she was among the most talented writers of our time. Her words inspired peace and equality and enriched the culture of our country. Someone at the Naval Academy or the Pentagon decided she's too controversial or dangerous for the remarkable midshipmen at the Academy. And what's striking isn't just what's pulled, it's what's been left on library shelves. According to the New York Times, books like The Camp of Saints, which imagines a world where immigrants from developing countries take over the Western, promoted by white supremacists. There's apparently 2 copies of Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler on library shelves. When asked about the decision to ban certain books, Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell told the AP, quote, all service academies are fully committed to executing and implementing President Trump's executive orders. Well, it's become increasingly clear for this administration, anti-diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts also means removing references to the struggles of black people in American society.
Now, I don't want to turn this into a political stream, but it's clear to me, Trump's not a racist. He's a white nationalist. Okay? White nationalism. You're seeing the return of the alt-right, hardcore Christian white nationalists. Okay? I don't see how you don't see this. But once again, this is from my lens, my viewpoint. This is pissing me off. I can't even. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's continue.
Or ignoring black history or the black experience in America. The same with gay and lesbian history and obviously transgender Americans. When the subject of Trump's DEI executive order came up in yesterday's cabinet meeting, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth quickly took the opportunity to brag about the job he's done.
So, it's out of the military, right? Yes, sir. Is it 100% out, would you say?
99.9, sir. I'm going to get that last point.
Get the rest of it.
So now Maya Angelou is out, a woman who spoke at a presidential inauguration and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Now, I'm no Maya Angelou fan. She was a feminist, but her contributing works to society, I respect. Okay, I don't respect her gender politics or didn't, but it's pretty bad. Okay, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Oh, as someone who literally works in plastic surgery post-op care, I be around a lot of BBLs. If your BBL is stinking a year into the process, you might have some, I don't think that's your butt. I think it's a wound. It could be your cooch. I don't think it's the BBL itself. It might be a wound or one of the holes. To which I would say go to your nearest hospital immediately because it's probably rotting for whatever reason. After a BBL, though, I will say the smells are not that pleasant for a multitude of reasons that I'll list out for you. First of all, when you get liposuction, they stick that needle in there. That looked like I was doing something else just now. And when they're sucking that fat out of you, your skin is disconnected from the muscle. And the reason it's important that you get your massages, lymphatic massages, 6 months, you really should get them for at least 6 months after your surgery, is because your skin needs to heal and heal back onto the muscle. And you want it to heal flat and not have that like bumpy look that, you know, on someone's stomach. We all know the look I'm talking about. But while it's healing, fluid swells up because you swell. So with the lymphatic drainage for the first couple of days, your holes will still be open. There'll be some doctors choose to drain with tubes. Because if that tube gets yanked or that shit can hurt, just let it drain out. But it's not gonna smell good because it's literally pus and blood and shit from your body. It's disgusting. Another reason
Wait, she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. But let's continue. I'm entertained. Let's continue.
Is because you're in a faja. You're compressed because we don't want you to swell, right? Because it's healing. And what your body's gonna do if it's not compressed, it will expand. You're supposed to stay in that faja for days, right? So what happens is you got all that pus and bullshit coming out that already doesn't smell great. You're in the same faja 4 days, a lot of times. You're sweating and you have your natural must, and you have a lot of smells mixing together. As someone who has done lymphatic massages, I can tell y'all, it doesn't smell great. The girls don't smell great fresh off the table. It's really nothing you can do. Oh, and I forgot this part. You still have to shit, right? You still have to shit. You still have to shit. And your butt is kind of hard, still swollen from all that freshly injected fat. And it's been sitting in a faja. And you now have, you're a part of the club now. You have 17 miles of ass crack. And you cannot necessarily clean yourself as good as you might be used to. Because you're not like taking full-on showers.
Right, you're doing the whole bath. I know. Now, let me show you. Now, hear me out. Okay, let me show you a very well done BBL. Okay? Just hear me out. Hear me out. Okay? Say what you want. This is a properly done BBL. Okay? Ask me how old this woman is. Okay? Ask me. Oh, Edmund. Hey, you at? Hey, Edmund. I owe you an apology, bro. Listen. I know when I be saying don't do. I talk to the masses. There's 100 million YouTube channels. Don't do it. Whatever. Do your channel, bro. For the content that you want to put out, do your channel. So don't listen to me. Do your channel. Stay away from urban stuff. Do your content. Please don't make the mistake that a lot of us make in engaging these weirdos and these tireless, repetitive, childish discussions about mating, dating, men and women. Do your content, okay? All right, let's continue. How old do you think this woman is? How old? Hey, no, come on. No, listen, Jay. Listen. Guess how old this woman is. I'll let it play out. Guess how old this woman is. No. Try again. This woman has this is a proper BBL. She is 61 years old. This is the pastor's ex-wife. Remember that lady 5 or 6 years ago that was married to the pastor and divorced him and came out and told all the sort of details about the church and her experiences in the church? This is her. This is the pastor's ex-wife. This woman is 61 years old. Okay? Yes, this is what a proper BBL looks like. Because if I just played this video, you wouldn't have thought you wouldn't have thought of BBL. You just thought of some thick ass old woman with breast lifts. Okay? This woman is 61 years old. And don't y'all sit in here act like none of y'all would go. Stop playing with me. Stop this nonsense, okay? Stop. Half of us are going. Okay? Half of us are going. Okay? This woman is 61 years old. Half of us are going. Thank you, Eddie. That's what I'm talking about. Half of us are going. Half of us are going. I'm telling you. That's probably as good as you're ever going to see it. Y'all look at everybody. No. Oh, okay. See, cynical, I'm thinking 85%. I'm thinking 85%. This woman is 61 years old. Okay? Somebody's taking this down. Y'all better stop playing with me. Somebody's taking this down. Now, she has an OnlyFans page. I've seen it. Don't ask me how. Stuff just comes to me, you know what I'm saying? He said, "Sly be tripping." Hey, okay. This is a fairly decent BBL. Mind you, this woman is 61 years old. Okay. Yee, buddy. Okay. Let me see. Where do I want to go from here? I don't want a whole bunch of clips, but I want enough. Hey, let's go back to the LeBron versus Stephen A. Smith. Let's see what the white man thinks.
Clearly don't like LeBron. There is history there. And LeBron probably thought, you know, enough of this shit. You can critique me as a basketball player, but I gave my son an opportunity. Yes. Is there nepotism? Yes. And I don't have any problem with LeBron has been, by all accounts, pretty damn good parent and husband. I hated to see it. I was embarrassed, really, for my profession. But Stephen A., felt strongly about it. And then, as he said, hey, I was there. And athletes will say, if you're going to say something, show up. And he did. I have great admiration for I think it's the greatest basketball career if you look at the totality of it. He's never going to be Mike. People won't allow it. It's just interesting how we hold on to that memory of Michael Jordan like it's dear life. LeBron could win 7 titles. He would never be viewed as better than Michael Jordan in the public consciousness.
Okay, that's Dan Patrick. That's his point of view. Dan Patrick has no problem with LeBron implementing nepotism to give his son a leg up. Stephen A. Smith is the only one that I can recall, having an issue with LeBron using nepotism to help his son. Like, I don't. It's crazy. It's always going to be your own. Always, always, always. Is that in there? Does that look like it's in there pretty good? Make sure. My bad. I'm playing watchmaker. Just want to make sure it's in. There we go. Don't break it now. Shit. I don't have time for that shit. Okay, I think we're in there good. Wait. Okay. I still got some slack left in there. Hey, y'all, don't mind me. I'm just, I'm playing Klaus the Watchmaker. Like, I am hell-bent on getting this thing in there. Oh, there we go. Did I get it? Ah, fuck. Almost. All fucking most. This is the problem when you have extremely small wrists. Right? Anywho, don't mind me, y'all. What y'all talking about? I'm just sitting here playing Papa Geppetto with my watch. Ah, God damn it. I'm getting there. I'm just playing motherfucking Papa Geppetto with my watch. Oh, come on. Are you serious right now? Get your ass in there. Uh-oh. Bitch, get in there. Oh, fuck. God damn it, son of a bitch. I'm so hell-bent on this. I'm like not even focused on this damn live stream. I don't give a damn right now until I get this thing in the goddamn hole. Get in the hole. Go to your home. Don't you want to go home? That is Happy Gilmore. Go home. Oh my fucking god, he will not go up in here for shit. Alright, sorry. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Move the trash. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go box office real quick. I want to switch gears. Now, as much as I hate Warner Brothers and especially DC, but Warner Brothers, they have a win with Minecraft. Okay, real quick. Update. Sinners update. We're at $61 million worldwide. So right now, the territory is coming back. So we've got 48 million domestic, which is good. But you know, when it comes to our stuff, good is not good enough. Now, a lot of people are upset because Variety made an article, you know, saying, hey, yeah, even though it made $60 million, it didn't cover its production budget in the first weekend out. Now, rarely do movies ever cover the production budget during the first weekend of its release. This is what we call moving the goalpost. But since we understand that, that's why it's more imperative that we show up in droves for our movies. Okay, this is where you have to just not listen to Wallow, because this is an excellent movie by an excellent director with excellent actors that happen to look like us. So, which makes it doubly important that we show up and show out. Because yes, Variety, Vulture, Entertainment Weekly, all of them, they will always look for, you know, ways to disparage our accomplishments. Yes, it took the number one spot for the box office for this weekend. That's great. This thing has a $90 million budget, and it needs to make $230 million to break even. Warner Brothers has already said, we don't care if this movie makes money. We're gonna wait to see what it does on stream. They want to put it on streaming. You understand? They don't even care if this movie makes any money. They don't care if it breaks even. They're just ready to put this thing on streaming. Okay? You have a 45-day window. So in 40 days, this thing will be more than likely on HBO Max, since it's under Warner Brothers. They won't even get a chance to say, hey, can we even see if this thing will make a profit? They don't even give a fuck. They don't even care. Right? So we're sitting at worldwide $63 million. That's still too damn loose. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna have to cut some of this. Oh, fuck. I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to cut some of this bracelet off. Okay. 63 million worldwide. Domestically, this number should have been 60 by itself. Okay? Domestically, this by itself should have been 60 million just on GP in the States. Please don't get this narrative in y'all heads like the rest of the world wants to see us in lead roles. They really don't. The numbers back that up. Okay? The numbers really tell that story. Okay? Black Panther was a one-off. That's not going to happen again. Okay? So we're at the Netherlands, 364,000. Saudi Arabia, 292,000. Once again, all the reports from all the territories have not come back yet. I'm dying to see what this thing does or doesn't do in Asia, mainly China. If China allows only so many U.S. movies into its theaters because they don't want it to compete against their own made movies, which is smart, right? So they allow so many movies from all of the studios to come in every year. There's a limited amount, right? So as of right now, internationally, worldwide, so far it's only made 15 million. This is paltry. Like, you guys are, everyone's that's celebrating this like a win. Great, you got a box office #1 for 1 weekend. Great, but this is not good enough. Sorry, y'all sitting here talking about, oh, it's the highest grossing R-rated movie for Easter weekend. Who cares about stats like that? This movie needed to overperform. It needed to overperform. Y'all did not show up for this movie. 48 million domestic. Urban folk did not show up for this movie. This number should have easily been in the 60s. Just on GP. Just off of us alone. Okay? But Warner Brothers has got another win on his hands. Minecraft may touch $1 billion. I think it does like 900. I think it'll do like close to 900. It's already at 717 worldwide. Okay, the numbers are split domestically, internationally. My daughter grew up with this game. You understand? Like, these are the tallies coming back from all the other territories. This thing, I don't think it makes $1 billion. I'm gonna say 850 to 900, because they're not gonna leave this in the theaters past the 45 days just for it to touch $1 billion. I don't think Warner Brothers is gonna do that. Even though that's what I would do. I would leave this thing in the theaters as long as it takes for it to hit $1 billion. That's what I would do. Okay. Now, the reason why I bring up Minecraft, once again, my daughter grew up with this game, and the youth. Let me show you how, and I'm sure some of you guys have already seen how they were acting in the theater during a certain scene, the chicken jockey scene. If you don't know the significance of why the chicken jockey is important, it's okay. But let's get to it. Somebody brought a live chicken to one of the these white kids next level with this shit. all right. Oh, okay. He gets first profits. So he's getting a cut off the rip. He gets a piece of the gate, piece of ticket sales. Like, he gets paid on the front end, which is an excellent deal. But what good is it if your studio handicaps you by only putting you in 3,300 theaters? That's the first thing. So they handicap you. You had limited, less than stellar marketing, and somebody made very good points yesterday about maybe they should have changed the title of the movie, considering they released this thing on Easter weekend. I think, once again, part of the reason why these numbers are as low as it is, I think a lot of black Christians did not want to go see a movie titled Sinners on Easter weekend. Okay? Say what you want, but the black church moviegoers can make or break your movies. Ask Tyler Perry. Okay? You can talk crazy about the church all you want, but if they don't come out to your movies, you're not going to have a good chance of success. Okay? Tyler Perry doesn't have to make movies for nobody but those black Christians. And they come out and show up every time. How many TV shows does he have on BET Prime and all these other networks just catering to black urban Christians? Unheard of. That's unreal. Is it because he is black? No. I want to say, and I shout out to those that brought this to my attention. I didn't think that title was going to be a problem. And I didn't even realize it was Easter weekend. So you want a bunch of black Christian churchgoers to go see a movie titled Sinners about black vampires. So if you have a parent that's a hardcore churchgoer, do you think you could have dragged them to this movie? And if you did, they probably would have cussed you out 20 minutes into it. I think that's part of the reason why this domestic number is so low. That domestic number should have been 60 by itself. By itself. Urban folk did not show up for this movie. Y'all, and this goes with my urban hypocrites, right? Y'all blame Hollywood for everything, but when Hollywood gives y'all chance after chance after chance to show y'all how powerful you guys are, to show your third eye and all the hoodoo, voodoo, and all the magic and shit that y'all claim that y'all special. You got tails growing in the moonlight and growing giant, turning into giant, apes and shit, blowing up planets. Hollywood gives you a chance every time. What do? You don't show up. They give you a chance every time, and then you can sit here and blame Hollywood. They never show us, and we too powerful. They never tell our stories. All the nonsense. All the nonsense. Let me hop into the hypocrisy of urban folk real quick. Where's this at? Where's the one clip at? Okay, let me move this out the way. Listen, pro-black, the pro-black crowd is very, very small. Okay, the audience this movie was talking to, very, very small, minute, minuscule. Okay. All right. Let me find it. Let me just go ahead and hop into it. That's not it. Hold up. Give me a minute. I know I pulled it. It's up in here somewhere. Okay, I found it. Every 6 months, y'all complain. Okay, so what I get wrong? Yeah, I understand that, but once again, I stand by this. Like the title was problematic. I stand by this. There's no way this number should have been this low domestically. Y'all claim y'all's a fan of Ryan Coogler. He can do no wrong. Y'all claim y'all's a fan of Michael B. Jordan. Y'all claim. But when it's time to show up and show these white folk what y'all like, and when it's time to be the market and show up for your product, you don't show up for your product. Okay? Here's what I'm talking about. The hypocrisy of urban folk when y'all want to blame Hollywood for Hollywood not letting y'all tell y'all stories. Let's go.
I hear Blade one more time in regards to this movie, I'm gonna scream. Because there is a way better comic book run that I think you can compare this film to. It's called Bitterroot, and it was written by David Walker and Chuck Brown and drawn by the Sanford Green. And it's published by Image Comics, which also did Invincible. It's about this family of demon slayers during the Harlem Renaissance who are in Harlem because they had to escape from the Tulsa Massacre. They exorcise demons. The demons that they're exorcising are white people who were possessed because of racism, or people of color who become possessed because their animosity towards feeling that oppression. Those demons are much harder to understand than the white ones. This comic book highlights
Wait. I thought y'all were woke when y'all watched The Watchmen. I thought you guys were woke during Lovecraft Country. Every 2 to 3 years, y'all wake up again and then go back to slumber. This is why the majority of urban folk are hypocrites. This is why I don't even get mad at Hollywood, how Hollywood does urban folk. Y'all do it to yourselves. Y'all deserve this treatment. Y'all deserve the treatment that Hollywood gives y'all. This is why they bring over UK Brits, black Brits to take over y'all roles. Y'all play too much. Y'all want to be victims. That's all y'all care about is being victims. You guys want to be the best victims. Yeah.
Of music. They also have Chinese allies. It's all about processing trauma and dealing with oppression and moving on from experiencing hate. They actually just started a spinoff set.
I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the series and what the series was talking about. The series was focusing on the black version of Dr. Manhattan. I don't care about the movie. I'm talking about the comics. When it was the series was based off the comics. The black woman, the illuminated black man. Okay, and everybody was all upset because they didn't give you a second season. Well, if you had read the comics, you know that once a girl ate the egg and stepped on and she started walking on the pool, on the water, that was it. That was it. Then y'all complain, oh, they didn't give us a second season of Lovecraft Country, even though when the white folk first told y'all it was a limited series, right? Limited. I don't care about concept art for a potential season 2. If they didn't greenlight no season 2, then that was it. Enjoy what they gave y'all. You didn't watch that shit either. I remember doing breakdowns for both of these series, and people were like, "Huh? Where is this at? Where is this playing at?" And y'all didn't watch these series like that. Please stop the cap. Now let's get to this bitter root part real quick before I wrap up the hypocrisy part.
60s, which you know what happens then. And once again, you can see the art is beautiful. Absolutely adore retro futurism. And no, they're not vampires, but they're still things that, eat and terrorize people. If you liked Sinners, I implore you to branch out. Another fun fact is that Ryan Coogler's production company at one point had the rights to this film. So we may see these...
No. You're right, he did. But guess who's going to bring this? Guess who Hollywood is going to allow to bring this to the TV screen? Hold up. Okay. Let me wrap this up so I can, further inflame urban hypocrites.
People and the demons they face sometime in the near future, if they ever decide to franchise Sinners, which I'm sure they will. I know y'all love Blade.
Why would they franchise Sinners and you people didn't come out to go watch it? You guys don't come out to watch it. Y'all always hollering about sequels. And how come we can't get this a TV series? You don't support. Then y'all go back to boycotting the Oscars. No lack of representation. Okay, come on.
And I do too. It's a great story. There are just so many good vampire and demon stories that are set in the Gothic South, highlight history, feature Black people and other races, and the way that we deal with trauma that I think you guys should really check out. But yeah, let me know. Have y'all read Bitter Root? How do you think it compares to the Sinner film? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget...
How are you going to compare a comic to a movie? Y'all all understand that movie adaptations, comic adaptations are vastly different than the movie versions. This was dumb for her to say that. Bitch, I can tell you don't understand. You're not a cinephile. You never compare books to the movies. You never do that. Okay? Did y'all not learn this watching Game of Thrones? Every time there's a book adaptation, right? Every time they adapt Stephen King's books to movies, the white folk be like, "What is not like this in the book?" Yes, stop doing that. So, who is Hollywood going to allow to bring Bitter Root to the TV screen? Well. The evil, racist Hollywood is going to let Regina King bring this to the screens. The same evil, racist Hollywood y'all complain about and say that representation and they don't tell us stories and they whatever. Let's see here. Oh, for Legendary Pictures. Oh, imagine that. King will also produce with her sister Raina, alongside Ryan Coogler, Zenzi, and Sev of Proximity Media. Dun, dun, dun. Brian Edward Hill is currently rewriting the draft. Okay, set in the Harlem Renaissance of 1924. Monster hunters, blah blah blah. Just a black version of Supernatural. No shade, no dish. Okay, that's cool. Okay. I ain't mad. This thing's been in production hell for a while. It was first announced in 2021. So this thing is sitting in production hell. So what did it say back then? This is back in 2021. Yeah, still tied to Coogler and his peoples. Oh, that's right. That they did let Regina King do the one night in Miami that nobody watched. I didn't watch it because I'm cool on that, but you know. Okay. So this thing is currently sitting in production hell. So this thing may or may not get made. It may or may not get made. That's the latest update we have. It was last May. So if it gets made, then what? What y'all gonna complain about then? You know, what's there to complain about then at that point? Uh-oh. Okay. Once again, this ain't nothing but urban folk fault. I can't even fault white folk. I don't want white folk to save this movie. I don't want white folk to come out in droves to save this movie. They shouldn't have to come save this movie. This movie should fall on the shoulders of urban people. Right? Stop looking for the white audience to come save y'all's black projects. That makes no sense. That's counterproductive. Mahogany. Honey, thank you for the 20 on the Cash App, wherever you at. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't care what they say online. These are paltry numbers. So y'all want to sit here and brag about having a number one movie for the week. Okay, you know what other movie made number one for a week? Hold up. This trash ass movie with SZA. Where's that SZA movie? What's that called? I watched that shit the other night. Or no, last month. Yeah, what's the name of this movie? Yeah, One of Them Days. Did you know this movie here was number one at the box office during its week of release? So how important is being number one at the box office? So y'all hype for this being number one at the box office. But when I turn around and tell you, well, you know what? This movie also was number one at the box office in January when it came out that nobody watched. And this movie was trash. It was about LA culture, but it was still trash. It was like a female Friday. They had to find a way to pay the rent. Where have we heard this plot before? How original. Yes? How original. Did y'all watch this movie? Did y'all go watch this movie? No, you didn't. Okay. How can it be urban people's fault if the movie had very little marketing? I would counter that I think it had enough for urban folk. The marketing was problematic, but I think they did enough for urban folk. Right? If they just put out enough ads for urban folk, okay, cool. Then go see it. Listen, I'm with you. I believe Warner Brothers, handicapped this movie on purpose. Just because of that deal they gave Ryan Coogler, because Warner Brothers is so desperate for a win. They're so desperate for a win. Okay? So now we got the first week numbers. So now everybody knows this movie is out. So what you want to avoid is a 50 to 60% drop in this movie. I keep hearing this word of mouth. Okay, we'll see what happens next week with the numbers. Word of mouth, a strong word of mouth would mean less than 50% drop. If it's 60, 75%, it's dead in the water. Just go ahead and wait for it to hit streaming. You can't save it in the theaters at that point. But if it's this strong word of mouth that I keep hearing about, people keep talking about, 40 to 50% drop next week. Okay? You never saw a trailer for it? Wow. Really? That's crazy, bruh. So nobody watched One of Them Days, huh? Even though this movie was #1 at the box office during its week out. So how much does that #1 slot mean at the end of the day? So you didn't see it? You watched? Yeah, I watched it on HBO Max. It was trash, super trash. You forgot about that movie? Yeah. That's crazy, Silva. That's crazy. Here's my thing. I think Michael B. Jordan is a big enough star. If he puts out a movie, you're going to hear about it. I don't see how you didn't know this movie was coming out, to be honest with you. You know? Like, I think Michael B. Jordan, I consider him an A-lister. And I think he's big enough to the point where if he puts out a movie, you know it, you're going to hear about it. Good question. Good question. Normally, the first quarter of the year is when all your movies that they don't think are going to do well come out. And sometimes, they'll push it back to give it a better chance at a bigger box office run. Only reason I saw the Sinners trailer is because I get emails from Fandango. So y'all don't see YouTube trailers and none of that shit? Okay, so maybe my algorithm is different than y'all's. So because I'm into TV and films, I get all the hits for all the trailers that come out for movies. So I'm already up to speed on what's coming out for what month. So I don't. But once again, this is Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers is pulling its monies from everywhere else to dump it to Superman for its last couple of months of promo. Warner Brothers doesn't have any money to promote anything at this point. They're floundering, and they're already talking about selling off some of its legacy media, which we already knew was going to happen anyway. That was always been the plan, to sell off parts of Warner Brothers for money. Okay. So wow, that's crazy. You saw a TikTok ad. Okay. I thought I saw a trailer. I don't know, bro. I saw it. I knew from the first time I seen that trailer, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see this. We're talking about Black Vampire. I did a TikTok. No, I did a short about it. What year? How long ago was that? Wait. Okay, let me do this. Let me go digging. When did I first do? When I first saw the trailer for it. What month was that? Hold up. Let me find my shorts. I remember doing a short about it. Because everybody was like, oh, what's the plot? We keep hearing about vampires. Wait. Shit, was it after the Penguin? Okay, then about the Terrifier. There's no way. No. Okay, let me just type in the word. Six months ago. I did a short about this 6 months ago. Black vampire movie Sinners from Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. I did this 6 months ago. So I saw the trailer 6 months ago. So September 24th, they were already putting out trailers. September 24th is when they put out the trailer for this movie. The first trailer, the first teaser trailer. September 24th. Everybody was talking about it when it dropped. Now we got the next Jordan Peele movie coming out in September. You didn't see the trailer for that? Him? Has anyone seen that? Has anyone not seen that trailer at this point? It played in front of Sinners. It's online right now. Dropped what, last week? I'm just asking questions. Okay. So some of y'all seen it. Some of y'all didn't. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, some of y'all did not seen the trailers. They ain't see over. I don't know. Are they? I don't know. Oh, you pay for no ads? Even still, like, I don't know. It would be hard to miss the trailer for this. So you seen it today? Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's a producer. Yes, true that. But still, it's Jordan Peele film. They're still gonna attach it to him. He's the biggest name to promote the movie. So if it flops, it's on him, producer or not. Yeah, he bought the rights to it. His company bought the rights to it. He had a director direct it. He is the draw for that movie. Because what's the first thing you see in the trailer from Jordan Peele? So he's the only reason that movie is going to get any traction. All right. Matter of fact, let me pull up. Let me. Well, let me see something real quick. Boom. Hold up. Okay. He's the only reason you're gonna go see this movie, because he's attached to it. If this movie fails, it's on him. If this movie fails, they're gonna look at him, not the director, not the writer, because they're gonna be like, "Hey, you bought the rights to this. You used your name to promote this. So yes, it's still a Jordan Peele film. Say what you want. If this movie flops, it's on him. If this movie succeeds, it's because of him. Okay? Regardless if he directed it or not. It's unfair. All right? The only reason people are going to go see this because his name is attached to this movie. Okay? That's the first credit you see. The first credit you see is his name. Okay? I'm just saying. Once again, this is not good enough. Not good enough. Let me get back to the Minecraft real quick. That's what brought me here. That's what brought me here. Where's that other shit at? Okay, hold up.
Chicken Okay, Snitch.
Yo, call the cops on these kids. Call the cops on these kids.
Get out! Get out! Get out of here!
Call the cops on these kids. Minecraft, man. Call the cops on these kids. Where's that other clip? Hold up. Let me find the other clip. Hold up, there's another clip. Wait. Yeah, this movie might touch 1 billion. I would leave it in the theaters. Wait. I'm gonna come back to Ryan Coogler in a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna come back to Ryan Coogler. Should have the clip back, goddammit. Is that it? Okay, here we go. Look at homeboy. Say what you want. That's how you show out for a movie. I'm not saying y'all match their energy. I'm not saying y'all should be in centers doing all that extra shit. I'm just saying that's how you show up. Oh, I found the Houston Swinger. Wait, before I get to that, let me get back to Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is going to redo the X-Files. Do you care about that? Did y'all even watch the original X-Files as a kid? I know I sure did. Last mic clip. This is not cool, especially for the ushers that had to clean this shit up. This is not cool. That's not cool. I don't like that shit at all. But I'm just saying, this is why this movie is sitting at 717 million worldwide. Now, let's get back to Ryan Coogler. He is going to be doing the X-Files. Will you watch? Do you care? Where the hell is it at? I just pulled it up. I just had that mofo. Okay, let me move this to trash. Clear all this shit. Okay, here we go. Is this it? Okay, boom. Okay. Ryan Coogler. Once again, brilliant, gifted, genius, auteur, savant, all that good stuff.
So what's next?
Oh,
the movie hasn't even come out yet. Oh, so what's next?
I'm used to it, bro. I'm working on X-Files, bro.
Seriously?
Yeah. So
you're a great choice. That's awesome.
That's what's immediately next.
That's cool.
So I've been excited about that for a long time, and I'm fired up to get back to it. And that would, some of those episodes, if we do our jobs right, will be really fucking scary.
And you're talking to Gillian Anderson? Can you tell her I said hello?
Yeah,
I waved at her one time.
I've spoken to the great Gillian Anderson. Yes, she's amazing.
I waved at her one time.
Yeah, she's incredible, and fingers crossed there.
Okay, will you go support? Will you watch this when it's rebooted? Do you care? All right. Yeah, I think Ryan Coogler should do the last Black Panther and be done with comic book movies and get more to stuff that he's into. I want him to no more after Black Panther 3, no more comic book movies from you ever again. Go where your real passion is, not this silly shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Now, real quick, I know I'm late with this, but I don't see what y'all love about SZA. I don't get it. She is a basic looking chick to me. And when I watched her in that movie, her face didn't look right. I don't see what y'all see. Yeah, I see she's had work done, clearly. And she's had face, and she has face work done. She had a BBL, right? That she didn't really take care of. I don't see it. What do y'all see in her? She's basic to me. She's basic to me. I don't get it. Y'all got it. I'm cool. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, she regular degular. Like bitch, you ain't special. I don't get it. Uh-oh, you never seen that? You know what? See over. That's why old girl called the cops on him, because the way he was talking. I guarantee you, she called the cops on him because he sounded like a goddamn criminal. I hate to say it. Yo, no machine, I'm trying to pull out $30,000. You know what I'm saying? I need $30,000. And she's like, for what? Or can you wait a moment? I need $30,000. You know what I'm saying? I need $30,000. I guarantee that's how he was talking to the black teller. I'm saying she's still wrong for what she did, but I can guarantee that's how he went up there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 30 racks. You know what I'm saying? I need 30 bands right now, son. And she's like, oh, hell no. You a goddamn criminal. You see what I'm But when I say, hey, work on your speech, like we all should be practicing on our speech. I get called, I'm nitpicking, I get called all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, like, come on, man. Learning to speak well is a skill. Learning to speak well and convey your ideas and messages without people having to overthink is a skill. Now, we sat there yesterday and watched him break down film format for 10 minutes. And I understood I felt his passion. I, for the most part, understood what he was saying. But I could see people being turned off like, why does he talk like that? I could see people saying that, asking like, why does he talk like that? You understand? So I don't see what it is with this. Yeah, see, here we go with black folk. Yeah, you sound white. Oh, y'all trying to code switch. Like, people are idiots when I can't with our people sometimes. Once again, I don't see what y'all see in SZA. I think she's a basic looking ass chick. I think she's a basic looking chick. I'm cool. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, you know, to each his own. To each his own. You know, I'm not gonna knock it. You like what you like, or whatever appeals to you. You know. Let's go a little college football with the NILs. Let's go college football real quick.
Nick Saban tried to tell us, bro, and nobody wanted to listen to the man because college football is a mess.
Nick Saban's part of the problem. So I'm happy these young men are re-extorting the NCAA. You know how many tens of billions, maybe $1 trillion have been made off the backs of student athletes. I'm sure it's been several $1 trillion have been made off the backs of mostly black urban athletes. Re-extort these motherfuckers all over again. I'm all for it.
Yes, right now, thanks to the NIL. And I just know Saban's at his $20 million mansion in Florida right now going, hey, told you so. Should have listened to me. Because this week, Tennessee's quarterback Nico Iamaleava had a holdout because he wanted more NIL money. And it was just reported this morning that Tennessee is going to be moving
American
on.
Negro, I'm done
so
with you
basically,
right now,
here's
bro.
what's happening. This year, Nico was slated to make $2.4 million from Tennessee's collective. But apparently, that wasn't enough for Nico. And he saw Carson Beck go from Georgia to Florida, and he's getting $4 million. So basically, he stopped showing up to practice and meetings and was holding out, hoping that Tennessee would give him $4 million. Long story short, Tennessee said no. I mean, to be fair, Nico, like, Tennessee's mascot is the Volunteers. You kind of knew what you signed up for. All jokes aside, though, this is kind of an insane move. And to me, the only logical explanation behind this is that Nico's camp just thinks he's not going to succeed in the NFL, so they're trying to get him as much money as possible right now. And if that means abandoning the team that you were slated to be a starter for until you graduated or went to the NFL.
Yeah, no more loyalty. These kids don't owe these institutions no loyalty. None. I wish all of us other older student athletes could get back pay. I'm sure my school made a few 100,000 racks off me. I want my cut off that. Come on.
Draft, then so be it. My comments always come after me every time I make a video about the NIL saying that there's no heart in the game. There's no love of the game anymore. I want the players to get paid. I think it's a great thing for the sport. But the NIL is getting out of hand, man.
Is it getting really? See, every time when. Here's what I've learned. With him saying this, and with the Carmelo Anthony situation, I've learned that nobody likes to see black folk get money. And I mean money. Nobody wants to see urban folk come up a few M's. I hope Carmelo's family gets $1 million fucking dollars in that GoFundMe. It is my sincerest wish they run up the bag on this debacle involving their son. Get y'all's coins. Run the bag up on these jealous ass crackers and urban folk. I've seen a lot of black men come out against Carmelo Anthony and his family, Brandon Tatum, Anton Daniels, Goofball Ringo, his little crony Rollo, who else? Any black man that openly is against Carmelo Anthony's family turning their pain into profit is a problem. Y'all just don't want to see black folk get some coins. I hope they run up the fucking bag to $1 million. Please donate. Get them to $1 million. Get them to $1 million. Okay, let's get back to the NIL. Run up the bag.
Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel informing the team that they are parting ways, dismissing whatever it is. Quarterback Nico Iamaleava is one of the situations that shows you leadership matters. Everybody's going to say that the NIL.
Bruh, I can guarantee you that's why that woman called the cops on Ryan Coogler. Never mind the amount. Even though, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to call the cops on you for taking money out of your account. I'm more than sure it was his speech that threw her off. But, we'll never know.
And the transfer portal era is ruining college football. It's not ruining college football. But what it is distorting the good feeling.
What do you mean? Their son has prison time hanging over his head. Their son took a life. I don't know what that's like, to take somebody's life. So I don't know why would you mitigate what that young man is going through as a teenager, taking somebody's life, having prison time hanging over your head, and it impact your family. What? Bruh, seriously?
People used to have around it because the former president of the NCAA, Mark Emmert, and the NCAA wouldn't do what was right. They wouldn't give a player or players the opportunity to earn money off of their name, image, and likeness. And because they refused to do that, now we have a situation where Nico can see Carson Beck, who underachieved at Georgia, go make $4 million in Miami and say, oh, I want that. And if you believe somebody outside of Tennessee ain't told him that they're going to pay him more than what Tennessee is giving him, then you're out your mind. And so now, because Mark Emmert and the NCAA didn't do the one thing the NCAA was created to do back in the early 1900s by Teddy Roosevelt, which is to protect players, because they wouldn't do that, we now have a situation where you have people on the outside thinking Iamaleava is greedy because he wants more than $2 million or $2.4 million. Well, if that's what you're seeing in a capital,
you see people, capitalism. This is what capitalism looks like. So y'all mad when black folk learn and understand and then implement the very factors that make capitalism, so appealing to everybody. So when they master that part and then they implement it, and you see the results of them implementing their knowledge based on capitalism, you don't like it. Like, what? Yes, free Carmelo, even though I think he's going to go to prison. Anything under 5 years is a win for him. Run up the bag. I hope to get $1 million off of this. Get some out of it.
This era, or in a capitalist society where there is no rules, there is no regulations, because the NCAA refused to do what's right. Why is he wrong? And now you make the University of Tennessee, you make their football team, you make their head coach make a decision to dismiss this kid or make a decision to part ways with this kid, because at some point they got to put their foot down because you've given them no rules and regulations to say, okay, son, this is all we can do. This is all anybody can do. Now make a decision on what's the best place for you to grow, for you to learn, and for you to succeed in the future.
Right.
And that's why leadership matters. That's why representation matters. That's why you got to say, if something is right, let's do our best to do the right thing.
Right.
And I'm sure that Nico's going to end up somewhere and get a lot of money, but will that be the best place for him? And so now, in an era where these student athletes can capitalize off of who they are, they have to make sure that the people around them are not trying to capitalize on them.
Right.
Because for them boys, hey man, go get your money and get all the money that you think you're worth. But it's sad that you don't feel protected enough, or you weren't protected enough. So making that decision on money can be the best decision for you to be the best man and player going forward.
Right.
Nico did the right thing. I think Tennessee did too. I just wish the NCAA and Mark Emmert would have did the same years ago.
I mean, hell, listen. Okay. True story. Andre Agassi, for those that know who he is, him and Steffi Graf, when they first got married, when they learned that she was pregnant with Jaden, their oldest son. Okay, she was like maybe 5 or 6 months pregnant. Did you know that the Tennis Federation were already putting in bids for which tournaments they would play in when they got older? Do you understand? Like, the baby still in Steffi's stomach was getting offers to play certain tournaments. Tennis racket companies were already offering endorsements to the parents for the kid that hasn't been born yet. Okay? They're yes. The little kid that plays football, Bunchy, pay him. Why not? Yeah, the little Bunchy with the blonde hair that is all over Snapchat playing football. Yeah, pay his little ass. Yeah. Why the fuck not? Why not? Yeah. Hadn't even been born yet. And they were getting offers from everybody. Like, hey, we want your kid to play in this tournament in 2025. What? Yes. Pay them. But that's why his son ended up playing baseball. He's in a farm system. I think he's on a AAA team. He's a pitcher. He's pretty good. So he said it had to help with tennis. My daddy's one of the greatest to ever play. I can't play this shit. My parents are two of the greatest to ever play the game. I can't compete with that. I can't compete with that. Yeah, man. Listen, these kids don't owe these universities any loyalty. That's crazy. You wouldn't tell your kid to be loyal to these fucking people. People are leeches and bloodsuckers, man. No. We're not gonna do this. I've been on for 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, didn't even know what the kid wanted exactly. Hadn't even given birth yet, and already fielding offers. Let's continue.
News that broke out that said that Big U was, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible. There's no doubt in my mind. Mother's instance, I know he's responsible.
Why do you think that he did it? I mean, that's like the big question.
Because you don't like the word no.
Okay.
You don't want nobody to tell you no.
Okay.
Everything's supposed to go your way or no way.
Okay.
So I feel like my baby did something that you didn't like. And you did what you did. Now karma's at your door.
Do you think...
Because if he could do this to my child, what makes you think he couldn't do it to nobody else's child? Or if he haven't done it to nobody else's child? Or if he don't have anybody child right now feeling threatened because of what he have said to them or what he have done to them?
Is there a message that you would want to send to Big U?
Why? Any other time you would have called me. Still right now, today, I still haven't heard from you. Nothing.
That's horrible. Hopefully she gets the justice that she's seeking for her son. That's terrible, y'all. Where is this at? I'm gonna save all these for tomorrow. Okay, these I can save for tomorrow. Where the hell is that Jada Kiss clip? Real quick, let's get back to DMX's wife losing access to his catalog. What have I always told y'all about the music business? when it comes to ownership of publishing and masters. What do I always tell y'all? When they're ready to come get it, they will come get it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Right? A lot of y'all was like, he don't know what he's talking about. Okay. So, I hate this stuff. I hate that this happens, but I'm telling you, they only allow you to have it because they allow you to have it. And when they're ready to take it back, that's what they do. And then there's nothing you can do about it. But, you know, let's go here. Well, that's 3 weeks ago. Let me see. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna get right to it because I don't care about all the fluff. I don't care about all the fluff. Okay. Now, I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep being proven right because I know what I'm talking about. I don't like that they do this, but once again, when they're ready to come get their stuff back, they will do so. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? Let's see. Filed a lawsuit in 2024 seeking to claim a 50% stake in his catalog of music, arguing that the language in their divorce agreement left room for her to do so. The judge has ruled she is not entitled to this claim as the document does not confer ownership. The estate of the sole owner of all intellectual property rights that Earl Simmons acquired during his marriage to plaintiff, as well as any and other all trademarks and intellectual property rights that belonged to Earl Simmons at the time of his death. Okay. DMX Tashira's divorce settlement did mention intellectual property, but before his death, the rapper was adamant that this referred only to royalty payments. Under the circumstances of his case, the court will not, in effect, reopen those proceedings to reinterpret the parties' 2016 settlement agreement, particularly where the party best positioned to contest a contrary interpretation is now deceased. Okay. So let's see what else happened. Judge Everett ruled against DMX estate on a request to dismiss Tasha's claim that the rapper owed her $214,000 in child support. Man, bitch, he's dead. Oh my God. Woman, he's dead. And you still... Man, listen. Women, put nothing past a woman. What I've always say. I don't trust humans. That's my first thing. I don't trust humans. And I put nothing past a woman. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Put nothing past a woman. This man is dead. And she's still talking about, I need to back child support. This is sad. Wait, let me find that clip. Hold up. Let's go.
All right, people, let's talk about it. In the latest news, DMX's ex-wife loses legal battle with rapper's estate over his catalog. Simmons, who was married to X for 16 years, sued his estate last year, alleging that she was the rightful owner of 50% of his copyrights, trademark, and likeness rights. My name is Gangu Roach. I'm a publishing forensic specialist. I've been doing this for a minute. All right, so let's get to it. So if you're wondering who the estate is Desiree Lindstrom. She's the birth mother of Exodus. If you remember DMX's last album dedicated to his son, Exodus. So there you have that. I guess she retained some type of power she retained some lawyers to go against the sheriff in the past couple of years. Her name popped up, recently to me from Tashara. Well, not recent, but maybe the past couple of years. She's been mentioning her name, and I guess things got twisted, and there you have it. You know what I'm saying? Now she's the opposition, so she's the estate. That's all I know. Now, when they're talking about 50% of the copyrights, trademarks, and likeness, that's not necessarily the case. Probably more like 40%, because she got everything from the second album on. she didn't get rights to the first album. She got married after the first album, so she got married after the first album but before the second album. So she got the rights to the second album on. I would know this because I helped execute the divorce settlement. If you could see Simmons versus Simmons, December 23rd, 2016, at least that was the settlement. Tashara would be on the phone with me telling me about the divorce attorney. I wasn't gratified with what I was hearing from about the divorce attorney, what she was saying to me. So I got her to fire the original divorce attorney, and I got her to get my lawyer to come in to help execute the divorce settlement. And then after the divorce settlement, the other reason I know it's about 40% is because after the divorce settlement, she retained the rights. I helped her register the ASCAP portion that she contained from the divorce settlement. So I was part of the process of her registering and getting her ASCAP rights from the divorce settlement and registering the songs and things like that. I didn't register the songs from what I recall. I don't remember doing that, but I was part of the process, let's say, with the ASCAP thing from what I recall. This is probably like 9 years ago now, so I really can't remember everything. But I've been dealing with Tashara since like 2009. X would go to jail. She'd gain power of attorney while X is in jail. We'd scrap around looking for whatever money was out there because some of these lawyers are shady, or some of his handlers were shady at the time. I'm not going to necessarily say lawyers, but some of his handlers or people just had accounts all over the place. So we're just scrapping around looking for money. I do recall me helping set up a lawsuit in 2013, 14, somewhere around there, 2012, 13, with against a company that was stealing publishing. They stole the money internationally, at least off the first 3 albums that X did. I do recall that.
Yes, sir. This is the man that helped Liza get the money out of Fat Joe. That's right. That is right.
We were going to execute that. The opposition died during the court case. We were going to execute that and try to finish that up as of recent, the past couple of years, but this happened with this lawsuits, which kind of put a stall on things, at least for now. But what I can tell you is that this is going to be appealed. I made a call today. This will be appealed. And even if Tashara would have won, I'm sure the opposition would appeal it too. So this is going to be a process. This is going to take a while to really find out what the final result is. So it's going to take a minute, but I can tell you this, I'll probably be the first to know before it hits the media on what happened. So I'll keep you posted on that. All I can tell you is like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. I know I got clients watching me right now. I know they're not happy with what I'm doing because they're like, yo, get to work, get to work. All right, I'm about to get to work now, back to business. But I just had to take 3 minutes, 4 minutes to just express myself about this. And I'm out.
Okay, that's Gangu Roach. He's been on Star. He's on Star a bunch. He's a guest commentator on Star. Last clip, and I'm gonna get out of here. Let me address this real quick. Okay. I hate to say this, but I root for the YNs for one reason and one reason only. They are authentic. Okay? If it's one thing the YNs are, they are authentic. Misguided, angry, right? Misplaced energy, all that. But they are authentic. And that's why they don't respect these old heads, these old rappers, because these old rappers lied to us for 20 years about all the stuff they did in the streets. Yeah. Got a lot of us out here jammed up in the streets, chasing and trying to do what they did in their raps. Yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, let me find some YN clips, and then we're gonna get to Jada Kiss, because everyone's quiet. Everybody's quiet now with Jada Kiss. Right? Everybody's quiet. So all that bang bang and shoot 'em up raps that you rapped about for 20 years. You didn't. So your parents had a real good marriage. Yeah. Your parents had a real good marriage. Okay. Cool. Where the hell is that clip? Oh, come on, man. Whenever I be needing this shit, I can't find it, man. It be making me mad, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to find a clip of the YNs. Oh my gosh! I swear, every time I need to pull it up, I can't to save my life. It's the damnedest thing. Anywho, let's do this clip here. Once again, YNs, male, female, doesn't matter. Okay, there's one thing they are authentic.
That shit hit different when a bitch think you finna fight her. Like on a gas. Do you see this Drake kid? AK kid? On a gas. Your ass gonna get 2 of these, 1 of these, 3 of these, 4 of these. Hold on, 4 of these. Hold on. 6 of these. Oh my granny. Watch out, it's 2023. Your ass gonna get up.
Okay. Say what you want. These YNs are authentic. I say that because of this. People, why is everyone forgetting all of a sudden? Jadakiss, man. So, for 20 years, man, shoot 'em up, bang bang raps. And this man had a whole daddy. And his daddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had a. Oh my God. Where do we go? Let's go here first.
To tell me, yeah, your son's gonna be good. He's this and that. I'm saying, yeah. I just
your son is one of the greatest of all time.
Close your door. I don't want to hear that. That's what I told him when he was doing his thing, and you know.
Well, you do know your son is the greatest of all time. One of the greatest.
I didn't know. I didn't know until late. I hate to say, I didn't know until late. I mean, when the record company came telling them they wanted to sign him to a deal, we got together. Parents, and we said, you know, we retained an attorney, and the attorney said, "This is the worst contract I ever seen in my life. Don't you ever sign this." And we didn't sign
This come from Puff Daddy?
No, this is before Puff Daddy.
Okay.
And you know, and that's why I try to stay out of his career now. And people used to tell me, "Yeah, your son's gonna."
Okay. Where is the hell is that clip at? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Wait. I know I seen it. Damn it. Let's go here first. Let's do this.
Rapper Jadakiss has served as a barometer for excellence in the hip hop community. The Juices for Life owner or co-owner, right? Because don't you do this with somebody else, B. Styles? No?
Yeah, co-owner, Styles,
co-owner.
my brother, Styles.
Yeah, Styles, your brother, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, now Jadakiss wants to serve something else. He is the person behind your choice of coffee. Before you go grab that second cup of coffee, Jadakiss is here. He just launched Kiss Cafe Coffee with his father, Bob, and his son, Jaywan. 3 generations of legacy, loyalty, and the love of coffee. Nice to have you all here.
Thanks for having us.
So is this the first family venture? Because, you know, I've been in a family business for like 30 years. Not easy.
Not at all. Yeah, this is our first crack at it.
Yeah. Bob, you're laughing, right? Because you know.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
So you've been in the coffee business a long time, Bob, right?
I've been a little more than 40 years old total, but in a different side of the business. I was more involved in the importing and the commodities trading side of the business. So
right.
I imported raw coffee that we sold to.
Hold up. You had a whole dad who was an entrepreneur, who was a business owner, and he chose to not only rap, but shoot 'em up, bang bang rap. Okay. You know what? I found the clip.
You know, since he became a father, he just came to appreciate growing up in a 2-parent household. Actually, it was a label that he didn't really want to talk about because it wasn't streaked. I mean, and he didn't tell you he went to private school, and we had
that wasn't that nigga.
So, Clarence's parents had a real good marriage. Remember the last rapper we grew up when we found out she went to private school? Remember the rapper Boss from Detroit? Rest in peace. Remember the rapper Boss from Detroit? And we found out she went to private school. She went to a Catholic school. She had a daddy in her life, an active father, and yet still chose to rap, shoot 'em up, bang bang raps. Okay. Sir, I don't give a fuck about Lovely T. I let's not do this. Let's not bring. I don't give a fuck about Lovely T. I don't. She wants to be famous. Okay, I'm good. No, thank you. Let's not do this. Let's continue.
Look at this shit. Look at it.
Okay, let's get back to Jadakiss, his dad.
Major roasting companies around the world. So this is our first venture into what we call in the industry a finished product.
I love it. So whose idea was that to start?
I would have to say it was the big guys. Yeah.
You know, the parents always have the good ideas, and it's good that you guys listen. Do they listen to you all the time, Bob?
Never, but no. But really, I don't want to take credit for the idea. It's, you know, every father would like his son to follow in a business, and fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, his career was probably doing almost as well as mine and doing what he does. So I hung my hats on my grandson here, thinking that he would join the business. And when he graduated from school, he's a graduate of Clark University in Atlanta, and when he came to work,
do y'all understand why the YNs don't respect old heads, old rappers? Do you understand why YNs don't want to hear from old rappers? Do you understand why the opinions of old rappers don't matter to YNs? Okay, come on.
He wanted no part of that routine clerical office type thing.
Of course not, J1. You come from a very, creative family.
Yeah, I've been around it, though, since a baby. He gave me my first cup of coffee, so it came together.
That's nice. So, Jadakiss, what's different about this coffee?
Oh, my dad would like to say it's not for coffee snobs. We could have made it high-end, a $50 cup of coffee. We just try to make a good blend for everyday coffee drinkers. They try to make the blend kind of off my personality. I'm accessible to the people. I'm the people's champ. People like me, so.
George, I hear you, but no. This is just another layer of hypocrisy being revealed when it comes to these old rappers. I'm sorry. For me, this is not a win for the energy they put out. You understand? For the music they put out didn't help the vibe. I'm sorry. No. So come to find out, your daddy was a somebody. You basically came from money, right? You had stability. You had proper masculinity. You had no reason to be in the streets. And yet, what you chose to rap about was not your upbringing. Your daddy was a coffee importer. How do we go from growing up the son of a coffee importer to shoot 'em up bang bang raps for 20 years? For 20 years, Jadakiss, shoot 'em up bang bang raps. D-Block, we'll run up on your block and we throw chairs at you in business meetings because we want to get out of our contracts. Yeah, we gonna make it. You were never in the struggle with us, Jadakiss. You were never in the struggle. You, from all intents and purposes, you never had to struggle. Clarence's parents had a real good marriage. Let's go. Let's get back to this crap, and I'm get out of here.
The coffee is like for everyday coffee drinkers. If you drink coffee, you'll love it. It's called beijo, which means kiss in Portuguese. So
It's the whole kiss motif, Jada kiss motif.
yeah,
right?
yeah, you got to keep the connection somewhat, and you know, it just felt time. In this business, everything's about timing. Felt like the right time to roll out the blend, and we finally got it after a bunch of fighting and scrapping and crawling and kicking, and we
lot
got
of
it.
meetings.
Yeah, we got it done.
All right, listen, I know you brought some coffee.
Yeah.
All right, I have a cup right here. Give me an idea of what I should be tasting as I'm having this, and what's the best way to have your coffee?
However you like it. That's what's good about coffee. It's an individual thing. You might like it black. You might like it light with sugar. It's an individual acquired taste.
Because I thought I read somewhere that you like your coffee with 3 sugars.
Yeah, sometimes I take it light and sweet. Sometimes I'm going to the gym. I call it John Wayne, where I just drink it straight black.
I need sugar and milk.
Congratulations. You need sugar and milk.
A lot of sugar.
What about you, Bob?
It depends on the time of day, actually. I mean, it's.
All right. I don't want to hear any more old rappers critiquing YNs. YNs are doing what y'all lied about in y'all raps. Y'all put these energies out here into the ethers, and you have these young people that are highly susceptible and receptive to certain energies. They absorb these energies, they manifest, and they actually go out and do what you niggas lied about for 20 to 30 years to us. Now everybody's like, hip hop's a problem. Drill music is a problem. No. You lying ass old rappers were the problem. YNs is just doing what YNs were kind of programmed to do. No. We're not here to make excuses. No. We're not gonna do that. We're not here to make excuses for these. No. You named 2 outliers, and Nas is questionable too. You named 2 outliers. The majority of hip hop we listen to, these niggas all lied. They were liars. They were cosplayers. The majority of cats we listen to were cosplayers. YNs ain't cosplaying. Okay? Hey, for sure. Hey, listen. Jay. I got you. For sure. YNs don't cosplay. They're not cosplaying. Sorry. It's hard for me to listen to them old raps and be like, oh yeah, they really putting in work. Like, no. You were putting in no work. No, sir. Bricks and this and that, moving packs. No. Let's not do that. I can't find my damn YN video. Oh man, I thought I had. You know what? Let me see if I can go back and find it real quick, and then we getting out of here. Is it in Twitter? Oh, who watched WrestleMania last night? I'm so happy Cody Rhodes lost. I couldn't stand Cody Rhodes. I do not like Cody Rhodes at all. I'm so glad Cody Rhodes lost. Sorry. Shout out to John Cena. Even though when Homeboy came out, Travis Scott, that was like did he really need to be there? But yeah, John Cena did that, man. I liked it. I was happy. I was just happy that Cody lost. So that's all I cared about. It's that he lost. Okay, I can't find the YN shootout. That's okay. Maybe it's not meant for me to show it. It's not meant for me to find it. That's what that means. It's not meant for me to find it. Nope, it's not meant for me to find it. No. Universe is like, no, Sly, don't show that. No, let's not do that. Let's keep this live stream in the green. Like, I understand, but I'm just saying. Twitter. No, not Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. Download for Twitter. Is that it? Damn. I can't find it. It ain't meant for me to find it. Damn it. Okay. I'm out of here, y'all. Okay, wait. Where was that old woman from that you had up earlier in the stream? How was she on? What show was she on? You mean you talking about the pastor's ex-wife? You talking about the old lady with the BBL? Is that who you talking about? Lady with the BBL. 'Cause I'm not sure what you're talking about. Listen, that was a beautiful moment when he came out with Living Color. That was a beautiful moment. I was so stoked to see that. I was so happy for them. What's my beef with Cody? He just doesn't do it for me. Like, he's bland. He's got that mad lisp, and he's got veneers, and he's got a lisp. Like, ugh. Like, he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it for me at all. He does nothing for me. I don't care for Cody. I go to sleep when he shows up. I'm like, I'm good. Fast forward. You know, or the pastor's ex-wife. What show was she on? She's online. I mean, she has a Twitter or OnlyFans. She's everywhere. You can find her. She's on Twitter and OnlyFans. Okay, CM Punk, Cena. Damn, what something else I was gonna say. Oh, Stone Cold. He came out. It was weird. Let me pull this back on me real quick. The Stone Cold segment was weird to me. It just didn't feel right. I don't know. Something was off. And then he ran the four-wheeler into the side. The lady was like, it didn't feel. They only brought him out there to announce the attendance, and I'm like, nah, this ain't. And then you know, with the whole Cody Cena thing, when Travis Scott came out, I'm like, okay, so is the final boss gonna show up? So The Rock did all that for what? Like, what was the payoff for the final boss versus Cody thing? Like, there was no payoff to that. Like, so The Rock didn't show up. I didn't get that payoff. The Travis Scott thing, I could have done without. But the Stone Cold thing was weird, man. It just felt off. Like, it felt like somebody trying to come out there and do something they haven't done in 15 years. And it just felt weird, man. I don't know. As much as I said I wanted Stone Cold to come back for a guest spot, and I was just like, and I get it. And he came out and it was like, this wasn't it. It fell flat for me, man. Like, I'm to the point where now, okay, I'm ready to let those guys go completely. No more Undertaker, no more Rock, no more John Cena, no more Stone Cold. I'm okay. I'm ready to let them all go now. They don't need to come back for shit else. I'm okay now. I'll roll with Roman. I'll roll with CM. I'll roll with Seth. I'll roll with these new guys. I roll with Bianca. I roll with Jade, Naomi. Like, I'm okay now. I'm in a good place. I'm ready to let those old heads go and embrace this new crop of talent. So, because that shit did not hit the way it's supposed to last night with Stone Cold. I was like, oh no, this is like, Dad, like, no, Dad, it's your time has passed, you know? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, the whole final boss payoff, it didn't. So he did all that for, like, why? The whole elimination chamber, Hell in a Cell, like, we did all that for what? You know? So, I'm good. Let me get out of here. My food's getting cold. So, thank y'all, everybody. Tomorrow, we do this tomorrow. Mark Calloway's not saying me not like the Undertaker. Hey, I don't like seeing this side of the Undertaker, man. Like, it's like, man, this whole time you've been lying to us. Like, you're not this super tough dude. Like, I'm sure he's a tough guy, but I'm like, you're so soft-spoken. And you're so well-spoken. And, you know, it's like you're nothing like I grew up as a kid. You know? It's still weird seeing Kane. Like, he's a mayor of a city in Tennessee, and he has a suit on. It's like, wow. That's how good of a job they did. Like, I can't even separate them from their persona. That's when you know you did an excellent job. When I can't, it's hard for me to separate you from your in-ring persona. So, yeah. It's all good. Listen, I didn't want EO to win. I don't give a fuck about no EO. Listen, if it ain't Rhea, Bianca, Becky Lynch came back. I'm okay. I'm okay for that. I wish Sasha Banks would come back and leave AEW and come back to WWE. I miss Sasha Banks, but I'm good with Bianca, Rhea, Becky, and Trinity. I'm good. Fuck EO. I don't care about EO. I just don't. I love Stephanie Vacher. For me, NXT, when they eventually bring her over to the WWE, I love me some Stephanie Vacher. She's dope. I like her. I like her a lot. Stephanie Vacher has my attention. Stephanie Vacher has my attention. Let me see. Yeah, I think I deleted that clip. But Stephanie Vacher has my attention, y'all. She got that thick ass accent too, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. So, all right, I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I bid you all adieu. Peace.